the shelf for about 3 weeks before he started throwing on a pitch count, but ready to rip. We'll find out. They empty the backfield on his first play from scrimmage. Hangs in the pocket. And wide open, and the catch is made at the 29 by Amari Cooper.
Just took it right up the field and saw him, the opening and the coverage with the linebacker inside. Placed the ball beautifully. You're looking for an early answer. There you go.
Cooper. Clock at 4. Prescott rolling and looking and throwing, and a pass along the sideline caught. Inbounds. Gallup. 3 grabs on this drive, and that moves the sticks. First down. Take a look. Let's see if he's in.
Absolutely.
Control.
You've seen a few toe tappers
for over 100 yards. Minute 45 to go in the opening quarter. Here comes the blitz. Fake throw. Prescott hangs in, throws, caught. That is Lamb, and Lamb is, as the field judge looks at it, a touchdown. A point away from tying the game.
The old fake-a-rooski. They're going to fake a screen. Here comes the cornerback, Sean Murphy bunting, and then right by him for the touchdown. Double check. Looks like it. Moving defenders, all the Tom Brady stuff. He looks really good today.
Look at the best cast of characters he's had. Meanwhile, here's Lamb on first down. C.D. Lamb out to the 48-yard line. And
Let's do a little bit of that ourselves here and suck up some linebackers. And there you go, C.D. Lamb. So let's say one thing right now. Dak Prescott looks great. He looks great. Tom Brady.
Celebrating the Buccaneers Super Bowl championship. Ronald Jones, ball is out. Ball is out at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys think they have it. Here comes Hockley. They do. Randy Gregory comes up with it, and now they'll go celebrate in front of the screen.
May have stripped that thing out right as he ducks his. Oh, look at the punch right out. The old Peanut Tillman punch, and got it. So watch this right hook. Bango. That is a heck of a play right there. DeMarcus Lawrence making a statement early in this game and putting the Cowboys right back out on the field.
Third down and 8. Pressure. Over the middle, hangs in, caught. That's Cedric Wilson. The man whose fumble created the short drive. Low snap. Now Prescott throws. That's going to be caught in the end zone by Amari Cooper. Touchdown.
Most impressive play of the night by Dak Prescott. Here you are. You're under a pressure situation. Drops the snap. Instead of panicking and just throwing it away like a lot of quarterbacks would have done, he picks it up, he finds his guy, and
hits the upright. The ball's at the 20-yard line. Start this drive here. Off the play fake, set up the screen, and it's going to be picked over the 21-yard line. Trayvon Diggs off the carom. Fournette couldn't handle it, and the Cowboys. 3rd and 3. Prescott fires, and that's caught. That's a first down and more. C.D. Lamb takes it to the 20-yard. Cowboys all the way back on defense. Here's Brady. He's going to launch one for the end zone into a ton of traffic, and it is going to be picked off by Dallas and then run back and out to the 30-yard line. Jordan Lewis, and he'll finally get taken down in Tampa Bay territory.
It's the same thing. It's a heck of an interception. Would he have been touched? Oh, wow, look at this.
Whoa, baby.
Yeah. And then here we go. It was a great play to come out because there was only 1 or 2 guys left, and Tom Brady.
Prescott to the end zone, and it's going to be caught. Amari Cooper with a touchdown.
Here's Amari Cooper, one of the best route runners in the entire National Football League. And honestly, just too much to ask here for Cockrell. Coming into the game, and just the fact that Tampa Bay is thin at the cornerback position. I swear, Al, I went.
He's going to come back with it to the 12-yard line. So he was trying to get into the end zone, and it cost him And the Cowboys with a gigantic takeaway. Just trying for that extra yardage.
It's first down, Dallas.
Meanwhile, the Cowboy is hurt on
The guy who made the play, DeMonte KZ,
That's
who's going to come out. Now you're going to see the spin move, and so you're really a little disoriented at that point if you're Chris Godwin, and the hit just took place right as he was coming out of that spin by KZ. Got his helmet right on the football right there, and out it comes. But this clearly was one of those plays that you wish Jordan Lewis had left in. And
a lot of verbalizing at the line of scrimmage. Blitz coming. Throws. Caught at the 40-yard line. And a first down and more for C.D. Lamb. And C.D. Lamb has put them very close to field goal range with 1:51 on a gigantic 3rd and 11 conversion.
Every time you're in some kind of man coverage and the cornerback plays off, you want to do that sort of pick play just to make him run through. But we talked about C.D. Lamb and his ability in the open field. The team has just played their guts out here tonight.
48 yards. If he misses it, Brady gets it at the 38, and Tampa Bay only has 1 timeout. Zerline out of the hold of Brian Anger. And that kick
How about that?
is good right in the middle.
Looks Cooper's way, goes down the middle instead. And the Cowboys are inside the 20. Blake Jarwin for targets. He's going to hand it off. It's Pollard, and he's across for the Dallas touchdown.
What a great drive if you're a Cowboy fan. I mean, you saw a little bit of everything. Run the ball, everything. Watch. Bosa's here. They're not even going to block him. They're going to use his momentum against him. And the speed of that, it's very difficult to handle at defensive end. And Bosa always with a good get off.
Third play, it's Herbert. Intercepted. You just mentioned Diggs. That's his 5th pick in his first 14 career games.
That is unbelievable. What a play by Diggs. An over route. You don't intercept these passes. Diving. Cowboys. What a start in California. Catch radius. You can throw the ball. Back shoulder stuff. So they put him at the X, which is the single receiver, and let him go to work.
Roundtree dropped in the backfield as Malik Hooker comes up.
A lot of moves.
Already in his 6th year. First down carry. It's Pollard. Pollard high steps it before going out of bounds after a gain of about 16.
Watch Zach Martin right here. He's back, and they are thankful. He takes him on, and then he makes him, 5 yards down the field before Pollard. He got to juke the defensive lineman in and then go back out.
Yeah, Jerry Tillery did not find any way to get away from Zach Martin. 52 yards on the ground for the Cowboys already. They go back to it. Back to it with Pollard, showing a good burst. And by the way, Kenneth Murray's back on the field after that ankle injury. We got an update. Let's go back to JB in New York.
A revived Gronkowski.
Does this sound familiar? Tom Brady to Rob Gronkowski, 1-yard touchdown, the 2nd of the day, and his 4th of the season. Tampa Bay 14, Atlanta nothing.
About as familiar as saying Jim Nance, Tony Romo, and Tracy Wolfson.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, JB. That Gronk, he's looking like the Gronk of like 5-6 years ago, start of this season. Here's the pass over to Pollard, and the Cowboys return to the Chargers' side of the 50.
And you see just a great job. Both coaches just coming out with a good plan. And Dak Prescott goes into the flat to Pollard, who's a guy they really want to get the ball to, right? He's more of a scat back. Zeke's amazing. He gets a lot of touches, but Pollard has a unique skill set. And they're using him more and more. And the more you can get him out there and get him in space, the better you are.
Well, Here's the carry by Lamb. C.D. Lamb finds a big opening. With that speed of his, look out, picks up 13.
It's a light box, and you're going to see Zach Martin. Let's follow him again. And C.D. Lamb, who's real gift, right? He's a wide receiver. He's incredible. Good route runner and everything. But when he gets the ball in his hands, he's got a chance to score every time. And that's what really makes him a difference maker. And you saw it there.
The Cowboys now 71 yards on the ground. Up top they go. Back to Lamb. Back-to-back touches and first down plays by C.D. Lamb.
And what a throw. Dak Prescott, great accuracy, throws to the outside shoulder, which allows Lamb to turn. This is to the field. This was a point of emphasis coming into this game. The looks look muddy with the safeties, right? But the guy who's furthest away from you, all the way across the field, that's the guy who's going to be one-on-one a lot.
Back inside the 20 now. Back, looking down the middle, he goes again. Lamb cuts away from one player, and he sets up the Cowboys with first and goal at the 5. Kenneth Murray, who had to be helped off the field earlier in this quarter, has been in on this drive, and Lamb was able to escape him already a couple of times, including that play.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful job by the offensive line, giving time for Dak, who steps up, and that's a decision, right? C.D. Lamb can stay on the move there, but he stops, feels the defender in front of him. Ball's on his back shoulder. First and goal.
3 straight touches by Lamb. They've all gone for at least 10. In fact, the Cowboys 4 straight plays with at least 10 yards gained. They go Zeke. Off the right side, he's in. Zeke Elliott with the touchdown. And again, Zach opened it up for Zeke.
I tell you, right now, you're going to have to make an adjustment if you're the Chargers, because 80% of these are going right over the right guard. And the offensive line is playing well in general, but Zeke, you give him that much space, he's going to finish off every one of these. You see, Zach Martin turns his guy back inside and creates a huge hole, but also well done by 86 Schultz.
Second and 9. And here he is again, third catch. Oh, and Hurst is going to hammer him down for a loss of a couple. The Colts with the 2 touchdowns and another one today. Second and 7. To Wilson. Look at him make one miss. A second miss. Wilson. First it was Derwin James that he got away from, picks up 16.
And you'll see the pressure right here. Bosa gets up the field. Dak does a good job sliding, getting it all the way to the side. But what a play, you said, by Wilson. With Gallup, Michael Gallup out, he's getting more snaps and reps, and he just shows off his ability and went to the other side by the end of the game.
Third and 13. And the Cowboys pick up the sack. They didn't have one last week. Van Der Esch takes down Herbert. He stepped out of the first pressure, did Herbert, but waiting for him was Van Der Esch, and the Dallas defense makes a stand. Vizcaino already good from 46. And this kick, no good.
I think it is.
Personal foul, grabbing the face mask, offense number 79. This 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play at the 34-yard line.
I'll tell you what that can do. You have
a Hail Mary.
yardage. Yeah, you got a chance to heave one.
And then the other part is they're playing man-to-man on everyone. So everyone's double-teamed late. And he'll be the spy right here. He's going to guard the back and then take off to the quarterback.
The field.
You can't. Yeah, because they're up there on a man-to-man now. He's got to try and scramble and then throw it.
Lamb with the catch. Able to get away from Murray. He's got Elliott off his right wing. Gives it to Elliott. He's out of bounds at the 4.
Oh, I think he got to the 1, Jim.
Well, I think it might have been a forward lateral. I'm not sure, but Derwin James able to save the day. The last man in the last line of defense.
And we talked about it earlier. You just need to get the ball in C.D. Lamb's hand. He's going to make something happen. And right here, they're playing backyard. This is just the option right there.
That was a
Tommy
clean
Frazier
rattle.
over to who?
Yeah. Can they do it again? Herbert. Incomplete. The target was Jared Cook. Jalen Smith was there to help break it up.
And Jalen Smith's one-on-one on this play. He does a great job of keeping his leverage inside, and Herbert throws the ball behind, but he kind of had to a little bit with the safeties in front. He protected it.
That pass went incomplete to Amari as Elliott shows a burst to the Charger 46.
And the offensive line starting to wear him down.
You just mentioned Tyron Smith. He was one of those who really opened it up for him on that side.
Yeah, and that's a huge hole. Connor Williams does a good job coming down. Zeke finishes the play, but really an outstanding tackle by Adderley because Zeke is hard to bring down in space. And he gets a hold of that leg. Take a look at this formation, Jim. Here's Tyron Smith right down here on the bottom of your screen.
And it's coming back over to Pollard. For a first down. As the Chargers defense right now is getting worn down. Again, Tyron Smith out there. 3rd and 6. End zone. Intercepted.
And you said, we just said it, they need to come up with a huge play. And what a mistake by Herbert. Throwing the ball. And Kazee comes up with a momentum-changing and possibly a game-winning move.
Intercepted. And we'll be back in 30 seconds after it. 2nd and 7. There's Pollard. He's been showing something here in this game. Oh, and he's able to stay on his feet. Had that 28-yard run to end the 3rd quarter.
Great job by him, but this is the key to the play. Amari Cooper, are you going to lay your body on the line and go up here and get that safety? Yup. And that's what allows him to pop it outside.
The first time in this game. Got all kinds of time. Backpedaling to the 20, and now, watch out. Unloads it. Does not make it back to the line of scrimmage, but he was hit when he threw it. Cowboys are signaling, hey, we want grounded.
Down.
He was driving backwards.
No.
It is going to be third down from this spot.
Wow, back at the 26.
They're calling him down at the 25, a sack, which I don't think is a good call here, but they're going to call it.
They said because he was in the grass and he was backpedaling. Wow, that was awful quick to make that call.
That's not a good call, but he's down there. You want to protect the quarterback.
It's an 18-yard loss.
Gene, tell us, what'd you think there?
Well, you know what? I know what you guys are saying, but at some point you've got to let that quarterback make a great play there, and he's still trying to throw a ball, so he's not in a defenseless posture. He's trying.
The Cowboys on getting themselves into position.
2nd down, pass, caught between 2 defenders. It's Cooper. Cooper slow to get up.
Uh-oh, he's going to be hurt. That's a timeout.
Being the official home opener for the Chargers because there's fans. But last year when the stadium did open fan-free, it was Dallas against the Rams, and it opened with Zerline kicking off. Okay?
Oh.
So now the Chargers home opener could end with Zerline making a kick.
Does he make it, Jim? Make the call.
56 yards.
Does it go in?
I can see it.
That's not a call, Jim. Make it.
I'll say yes.
All right, let's see it.
For the win. Zerline's kick. Is it long enough? It is into the net for the victory.
You called it. What a job. Dak Prescott playing an outstanding game today. Coach McCarthy getting his team. You feel good after week 1, right? But you still lost. You got to come in here and get back to 1-1. And Herbert, a devastating loss. Both teams played a great game. Too many penalties. But Dak Prescott and the Cowboys come down and let Zerline.
Unbelievable.
Motion Elliott back into the backfield with Dak under center. On 1st and 10 off the play fake. Elliott wants a deep shot, middle of the field. He's got it. CeeDee Lamb going to be just short of the goal line for 44 yards. Working on Steven Nelson.
And you're going to see CeeDee Lamb just take off and make a beeline for the goalpost. Middle of the field is vacated, and that's exactly what Jonathan Gannon, the defensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles, told us he doesn't want to happen. He doesn't want the ball thrown over the defense's head.
Eli, is that an Eagles sweater you're wearing? That's kind of weird. You're wearing green tonight. By the way, it's
not green.
September. It's September. Well,
oh, here's a shot.
Look at that. Atta baby. Come on.
They get a big
play.
play.
Illegal to put him down to 1.
Receivers are not allowed to get tackled at the 1 on a pass play. It's not. Now they're going to run it in, and you know, this is look like maybe like a kind of a 2 invert, right? That safety's down, but he's there for the run, and that that other cornerback's supposed to play the deep half. He's supposed to play the deep half, and they weren't able to get back there. Had to play play action held that guy a little bit, but a really good play.
I always thought that was more of a run defense, right? It's a little loose versus the pass, and Lamb did a good job getting on that post wide open on a post route like that. You don't see that very often.
Yeah.
All right. This is my least favorite. It's my least favorite penalty coming up here. Please don't go 5 yards back. Oh, we got a little personal foul.
After the play, personal foul, 97 defense, half the distance to the goal, first down.
If you're going to get a personal foul, you do it when you're on the 1 yard line.
That's
and,
right.
It's a 6-inch penalty.
I mean,
It's normally
at least
15
get a good
yards.
punch in. Get a good shot in. I mean,
get it in.
Cowboys lineman kind of flopped there. So, all right.
Quiet down.
Quiet down, please. That's in.
There's a touchdown.
The drive. What a start, right?
Good start.
Prescott's first game home in front of his fans, coming off the injury. Division game, right? Philly's first game. Jalen Hurts' first game playing against Dallas with fans on the road. Atmosphere's electric. Heck of a start there by the Cowboys.
Zach Ertz is in there, just activated off the COVID list. Jalen Reagor can't get there. And the Cowboys do with Anthony Brown. Able to pick off Hurts. And that is the first turnover of the season by this Eagles offense.
And this is something that has shown up on Jalen Hurts' tape. Not getting the ball down the field far enough. You see, he just doesn't drive that ball downfield. It should be halfway, 5 yards into the end zone, and allow Reagor to sprint to it. Instead, it's grossly underthrown. And as you mentioned, the first turnover for the Eagles on the year.
It wasn't a back shoulder, Eli. It was just a short. He's trying to throw it deep.
The ball will be placed at the 1 yard line, first down.
Eli,
just kind of missed
Eli Reagor didn't do a good job. Eli Reagor didn't do a good job of giving him some more room, some more box, right? He got pinned to the sideline, and that allowed Brown to look back for the ball.
2nd and 3. Prescott to throw for it. Got it. Dalton Schultz took a big shot from Marcus Epps. Has the first down, pick up a 12.
Watch what happens here at the second level. Watch what happens to the linebackers on this play fake. Look where they are. They're up in the watch. They don't even know where Dalton Schultz is. And see, that's good play calling as far as Dallas is concerned. That offense.
Prescott wants his tight end. Schultz, touchdown, Dallas.
Give credit to Kellen Moore in the red zone fringe. He came right back to the same play that he had against Marcus Epps. He's targeting him right there. And they're going to run this play to the corner. Same exact situation. Cooper goes inside, and Schultz goes outside for the touchdown.
What was going on there?
If McVay gives you a belly rub this year, don't ever talk to me again, Stafford. All right, we're done. Yes.
Oh, wow. Attaboy, Dak.
Good shot. You got him in the hole,
Yeah, they're playing cover 2. It's like an invert double seam. It's a seam, but a switch release, delayed.
Yeah,
delayed.
It's kind of that post wheel concept. The post on the outside is taking the safety, holding him, Pollard's going to the right on a wide swing. He's holding the corner, and he's allowed just to kind of run the wheel route right up the right sideline. It's a good concept. I don't see it down there in the... Hey, Matthew.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us, pal. Good luck the rest of the season. There's your belly rub.
There's the belly rub.
There it is. I hope he's all right.
See if they can get the ball down the field on a consistent basis.
Final minute of the first quarter. Hurts is swallowed up. Micah Parsons and Brent Urban there for the loss.
He's on the end of line of scrimmage. You can't pull a guard that way and expect him to be athletic enough to get enough on Parsons.
You're playing any type of two-deep safety. Those corners have got to jam those receivers, reroute them, get them off their mark. If they switch release, jam the guy that's coming out to you. Wow, that didn't work. Big play by Parsons, the rook. Jeez.
Sort of ride in the side right there. Yeah, it seemed like a handoff. Good time to hand it off and don't run into their best player.
Don't take one in the face.
Oh, well, there it was.
He missed the block.
I didn't miss the block.
He threw the tight end on the...
Oh, Bob Ross likes to paint. I think it might be a draw.
Second and goal. Here's Ezekiel Elliott.
These quarterbacks aren't very smart with their audibles.
All the way down to the 2-yard line.
The defensive line's not real smart either.
Trying to get into the paint of the end zone.
Downhill. This run game is just taking its toll. And this is a Philly defense coming into this game that had only given up 11 points a game, and they were stout. And right now they're gassed.
Zeke has 10 rushes for the game. The Eagles have run 9 offensive plays total. Third and goal. Elliott. And there won't be any need to review this one. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Down here on the goal line, you're just going to see this. He's going to get up. He's going to get up. And watch, the linebackers do not insert quick enough. And there's just too much winning of the line of scrimmage by the Dallas Cowboys.
It's not really where I want to be.
Yeah, I think you're just trying. Looks like they had a little check with me right there. He's getting to something. He knows they're going back to cover 2. I expect something kind of expect to a draw.
Oh, good zone.
There you go. You like that
nice
call?
Draw call.
Good call right there. Run
Careful
for 12
making
yards.
fun of me predicting plays, Eli.
There you go. I thought maybe he's going to a pass, kind of something over the middle, but right there, check to the draw. They're playing soft, and you know basically you're guaranteed. You should, with that offense line, you should get to the safeties, right? And they're 15 yards deep, so check into the draw. And now you're in a great position. Third and goal from
LeBron,
the 2.
LeBron, what do you like? What's your call here?
Run it, throw it. They're playing zone.
Yeah, I think you go right back to the run. Go right back to the run.
Yes. Yes.
There you go.
Touchdown.
Call.
Touchdown.
Ron is much better at predicting plays than you, Peyton. You got to come on here more often.
19-yard reception. It's a career long. Early on in his career, going to be many deep balls longer than that. Oh, Hurts is swallowed up. Dropped at the 35-yard line. Osa Odigizua, the 23-year-old rookie, got to him.
There he is. He's matched up on Dickerson. That's the rookie from Alabama who's playing for the injured Brandon Brooks, and he just goes right around him. That's rookie on rookie. And right now, Philly has no answers on offense.
Hurts the throw. It's picked off. It's Trayvon Diggs down the sideline. Nobody's going to catch him. House call. Trayvon Diggs, pick 6. Touchdown, Dallas.
Watch the break from Trayvon Diggs right here. The route is this. The receiver falls down. Trying to throw the quick out, but watch Diggs read that route by Devontae Smith. Those two were at Alabama together. They practiced against one another. They know what they like to do. They know their tendencies. And Trayvon Diggs read Smith like a book.
Yeah, you don't really think about it, you know, kind of at home. There you go. This guy just keeps making interceptions. Diggs, he's got like seven interceptions in the last 2 years.
He squats. He squats and reads the quarterback and he flat jumped that out. Heck of a play by Diggs.
Heck of a play. This guy is athletic. You know, he is athletic. He takes chances. Sometimes those DBs are like the hardest guys. He's like, this guy will jump things. He's not always real disciplined. He's kind of doing his own
route
thing
here,
sometimes. Yeah.
Just the timing speed out. Let's see him. He never backs up. He never gets out of his pedal.
Receiver, it doesn't help when the receiver falls down. He just doesn't have a chance to get the hand on the ball or block it. You know, receivers, I hate receivers should not be allowed to fall down on a route. Like, you got one thing to do, run your route, do not trip.
Let's see if we can sustain the drive here.
Prescott zips one across the middle. Cedric Wilson, nice grab with Marcus Epps on his back. Epps is in for Kayvon Wallace, who has been ruled out with a shoulder injury. It's a gain of 15.
An absolute laser from Dak Prescott. Wow. He put some heat on that. Epps was closing quick. He had a good break on it, a good read on it. And you're going to see him just fit this in here as that quarter field safety. Look, he's just sitting there flat foot and driving downhill, and Dak fit it in there anyway. That's a great throw.
Throwing and completing, and it's CeeDee Lamb.
You think the Eagles will change it up, Peyton? You think they're
throw there. Good throw there. Eli, look like cover 4. That safety is not backing up. Dak has got to drive that ball, right? He can't float that thing because that safety is going to close on it. He put the ball right on his body. Anything across the middle has got to be on the body. We want nothing up. I'm going to cover the armpit. Nothing up high across the middle. Look at that safety, right? He's driving on that. Boom. Dak puts it right on the body. Good throw there versus tight coverage. Pull up. Pull up. Oh, speaking of rhythm here, time to let Dak do his thing. Look at him. Look at it. You can see it. He feels it. Keep throwing. Keep throwing. Keep him in this rhythm. Watch how he pulls up right away. Steps up so that guy can't get there. Just a deep hook route by Lamb.
Hip workout. You see those hips right there. You see the torque. Look at the little
there it is.
Left shoulder turns in, left hip opens up.
CeeDee Lamb, you know, he's at the top of the screen. Now Darius Slay went with him, but even that wouldn't take me off of him.
Prescott's looking left the whole time. Now running to his right. The throw back of the end zone. Cedric Wilson, touchdown Cowboys.
I love Mike McCarthy keeping the ball in your best player's hands, and that's Dak Prescott. Just watch the top of the screen here. Both guys are going to be wide open. You had CeeDee Lamb open early, and then when Dak escapes, look at both guys are wide open. A breakdown from the Philadelphia Eagles in the secondary, and a great job extending by Dak Prescott.
I think you take the points. Don't you think, Pate?
Take the points, too.
I mean, you're doing well. Defense playing
this red
well.
zone series is not going very well. So, like, you've been saving your best play for 4th and goal. I mean, it's all about kind of how your offense is performing. And now the crowd's going to be loud. Yeah. Well, I feel real good about this.
They've had 3 plays that have not worked. I mean, I don't know why you think now you're going to have one that works.
Holding the ball. He might make something happen, but he does it. But that play was not any good. That was Dak Prescott doing his thing.
4th and 9. Hurts trying to escape. Flag comes in. Hurts in trouble. 3 Cowboys wrap him up, make it 4. And it's Parsons on top, coming off the pile.
This is what Dan Quinn preaches. Just relentless pursuit.
Holding. Offense. Number 77. That penalty is declined. First down, Dallas.
Sort of zone behind it.
Yeah. I mean, the corner's actually playing like, you know, kind of like the middle linebacker right there. You don't see that very much.
3rd and 1. Dak to throw for it. Got Schultz. First down and more. Schultz cuts it back in and into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys.
When a team has run the ball on you like this over and over again, as a linebacker, you wind up saying, hey, look, I need to get involved. I need to insert against the run. And right here, he just turns loose Schultz. And then comes back and misses the tackle. And see right here, this is where you know it's just not going to be your night.
Start off with Elliott in the backfield and fake blitz coming untouched. And there's a sack. They're full of flip to Elliott. And looking for some room to get back to the line of scrimmage. He does. So instead of a 7-yard loss on the sack by Carter, Prescott somehow gets rid of it and end up picking up a couple yards.
You see him here. I think he gets this ball out. Jermaine Carter comes in unblocked.
Wow.
Yeah, he's not down. What a headsy play.
As well. 3rd and 6 for the Panthers. Rodney Smith just called up from the practice squad in the backfield. Blitz is coming. Darnold hangs in there. Now down he goes. Cowboys came with the heat, and Randy Gregory got home for the sack.
See Gregory lined up right there. He's going to loop right inside. Matt Paradis tries to slide over. He's just so big. They call that going speed to power. He goes from a speed rusher to just a bull rush. He sets his head right into the center's chest, and Paradis gets run back right into the lap of Darnold.
And they forced Dallas to go 3 and out on the first possession. From the 35, it is Elliott with a big hole. Ezekiel Elliott with the first down and chugging his way out to the 49. A quick 14-yard run. Prescott lost it, picks it up, some pressure, scrambles away, breaks the tackle. Prescott out across midfield and showing you he can still run it just fine. So
you almost wonder they're going to try to get him to jump.
We'll find out. 4th down, going for it. Prescott has time. Burns coming at him, gets away. Prescott looking to run. He's got it more. Still going, Prescott, and he cruises inside the 35. Prescott over the middle, wide open. Jarwin walking in for the touchdown.
Watch the switch release here. You're going to see Jarwin go outside. That causes the rub. Chin has to play over the top. It's just a little wide choice, but it's the most important aspect of that play is the switch release. Chin has to avoid contact. By the
there you go. First down. Darnold to throw it. Pressure coming. They set up the screen. They've got some room. Not anymore. Jalen Smith says no way that's working. Down at 8 for Carolina. 3-man rush. Make it 4. Here comes Gregory. He's got another. Second sack today for Dallas. Second sack for Randy Gregory.
Some of the other pressures, we talked about scheme and whatnot. This is Randy Gregory just straight up winning a one-on-one matchup. Just relentless. He's
1:40 to go in the half.
You see some of those pressure looks we talked about earlier.
Here they come with a blitz. Prescott sees it, gets it to Cooper. Inside, first down, into Panthers territory is Amari Cooper.
Go incomplete.
Arnold, pressure coming, in trouble. He's sacked inside the 5. He had a lot of time, but finally had to get rid of it. The third sack of the day. That time it's Terrell Basham who got home. Meanwhile, they're going to try a 54-yard field goal with Zane Gonzalez. His career long is 56. Gets it up, and it is hooking, and it is no good. Blitz coming. It's picked up. Prescott going for it all for Cooper. He's got it. Touchdown.
Let's see if he's in here. 1, 2. Yeah, he's clearly in. Great footwork. You see they got C.J. Henderson. He's just signed this week. Micah Parsons here, lined up right over the center. Matt Paradis.
Third down. Parsons coming through. Darnold gets away, but not anymore. He goes down. 4th sack for Dallas. Odigizua and Golston combined.
Look at Micah Parsons. He's just going to take on the center, and then all the twist stunt. You said Odigizua, Golston. They got a lot of guys who can rush the passer.
Or do his thing. 3 years offensive coordinator, was quarterback coach before that. Elliott, huge hole. Ezekiel Elliott off to the races. Can he get there? Ching knocks him out of bounds inside the 10.
We said earlier, he looks fast, he looks explosive. You see him bring Cooper down on the end for the extra blocker. He just does a great job being patient, finding that hole, and hits it. This was a scheme we used to see back when Le'Veon Bell was really at the top of his game in Pittsburgh. They call it the old Steeler zone fit. He ran it to perfection right there. Patience, and when the hole opens, hit it.
117 yards for Elliott, 47 on that carry. 1st and goal, Cowboys. On the fake, Prescott a little floater. They're going to walk into Schultz for the touchdown.
So Franklin, he has Schultz man. When Schultz blocks out, he pulls and takes his eyes off his man. This is man coverage, but when Schultz goes out to block Brian Burns, Franklin puts his eyes on the quarterback. That's all it takes. You got to have better eye discipline. You got a new sense of life.
Here's Hubbard, who gets slammed in the backfield. It's the 4th time he's been tackled for a loss today. J-Ron Kearse, who's really been all over the place. Darnold pressured, steps in and throws. Intercepted! Diggs has another one. Trayvon Diggs looking for blocking inside the 40. His 4th of the year. He's had one in every game.
You see Diggs right here. They show pressure, everyone drops, and Sam Darnold he doesn't see him. He feels like he has Robbie Anderson there, and it's really the first big mistake we've seen from Sam Darnold. He steps up, he just doesn't see it. It's just funny. Trayvon Diggs just always finds a way to end up with the ball in his hands. Ultimate playmaker. His stats are just, the start of his career is just incredible.
And now the Cowboys with great field position. They're going to give it inside to Pollard, sprinting through the line, and it's a 1st down inside the 25, and you could feel all the momentum. 2nd and 10, blitz coming, Prescott fires, Wilson, spin, touchdown, Dallas.
See Cedric Wilson right here, number 1. He goes out like he's going to stalk for the flat route, and nobody carries him. Great play design.
3rd and 3, blitz coming, Darnold.
See how flat-footed he is, and the second he feels DJ Moore put the brakes on, he's just driving. He has field possession. You can't discount when a team starts feeling like they're getting to the quarterback, and the NFC is pretty loaded this year.
Of course, everyone's saying, what happened to Brady? We get it. Brady and the Bucs are the defending champs. I'm not leaving them out.
They'll still be there at the end.
Just talking. Here's Darnold. He's sacked by Parsons. Number 5 for Dallas.
But he tries to cut him. If you're going to try to cut him, the ball's got to come out. The second the ball doesn't come out, an athlete like Parsons is going to get back to his feet, continue to play. So
Dan's done a wonderful job. On first down, here's Darnold over the middle. Oh my goodness, what a hit, and we get a flag. DeMonte Casey on the big hit on Tremble, and they throw the penalty flag. Hopefully Tremble's okay.
Wow, I saw that one coming. KZ had him lined up, coming from depth. He hits him in the shoulder.
Unnecessary roughness. Contact on a defenseless player. Defense, number 18.
Pollard in the game to give it to him. Big hole. Pollard makes the cut. Pollard spinning across the 35. That's a good start. Elliott, a little option. Pollard, he's got it. Game over.
You talk about dialing up a call.
By Gano.
It is no good. Just wide to the right. Like they are here, it opens up a whole lot of things on the outside. Here's Pollard over the right side. They get that yardage right back. First down, Dallas. Third down and 9. Jones out to his right. Throws. Pass is almost picked by Diggs. Extra men on the rush. Prescott airs it out. Lamb got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, CeeDee Lamb, they bring a 5-man rush. It is one-on-one against James Bradbury. Bradbury was a Pro Bowl player last year. He's not had as good a year this season. Got beat on Sunday for a big play. Gets beat here by CeeDee Lamb. Quite honest, it is tough and a challenge for him and Daniel Jones. Blitz coming off the edge. That's Curse who gets up and nearly picked by Diggs, who hurt his ankle earlier, and he almost got his feet down on that high throw by Jones. Yeah, he did. You're throwing it away, and I think Daniel Jones was really trying to throw this thing away. It's not close, but Ingram in the backfield, too. Handoff, Booker, broke a tackle, and another gets maybe to the 1. Anything out of that play was good. Handoff, and short of the touchdown is Booker as Micah Parsons made that play. They go heavy offensive line to the right. Micah Parsons is there again. And he doesn't go anywhere. Here is Jones going to take it and didn't get it. Jabril Cox made the tackle. And Jones slow getting up. The rookie from LSU made that stop, helmet to helmet. Well, now with the stoppage of the play, he'll have to come out of the game if they are going for it. No. Oh, man. No flag on that play as the pass is caught by Cooper.
Giant secondary's dropped some picks this year for sure as Prescott steps into it. Cooper, touchdown, Dallas.
That's the rookie Rodarius Williams who's in coverage. He gets totally turned around, and Prescott's trying to beat the safety with the football, knowing he has a shot, then to Amari Cooper. It's really a well-thrown ball by Prescott.
3rd down and 5. And now Glennon can't control the snap, and he gets on top of it, 4th down.
Trying to look at coverage.
3rd down and 6. Prescott has some room, throws, and has Schultz to the 30. He could have run for the 1st down, but his eyes downfield and a 30-yard completion to Dalton Schultz.
Well, it looked like Adoree Jackson initially got away with a hold in the secondary, and Prescott, that's where he was wanting to go with the football, so he's able to get out of the pocket. You see Prescott working to the left. Adoree Jackson, I think it was on Lamb who he's grabbing, and Prescott gets off of it, and then it's Schultz who...
Fake toss. And a walk-in. What a play. I think Elliott's okay. Touchdown, Dallas.
Well, here's Zeke. Just keep an eye on him after the fake. This is a new one. I've never seen one quite like this. Well, that's pretty good. That's Kellen Moore. Coming from Boise State, they drew those things up all the time. And like we heard, he expects these guys to come out and do their job. That's what they're paid to do.
Lennon, good protection downfield for Board, and picked. Diggs has got another. Number 6 on the year, and tackled at the 41. And number 7 out-grabbed number 18.
Let's go back and look at this interception by Trayvon Diggs. This is very Deion Sanders-like. I saw this so many times. He lets a guy go to the deep post, but he's got so much confidence in his speed and his makeup ability that he then makes up the speed. You see how he's able to close the gap, and then he's like a wide receiver going
into the sun. Handoff to Booker, Van Der Esch. Wilson wants to throw. He's got Noah Brown. Underthrew him, but complete nonetheless. And Cedric Wilson has his hands on his helmet like, I just missed a touchdown.
Well, Lamb was even more open than Wilson was. If he just got anything on it to either one of them, it's a touchdown. Both guys, Lamb's running up the right sideline to take on the Cowboys of Oklahoma State.
Prescott airs it out. Wilson, he's got it for the catch. Was he in? Yeah.
He sure was. That's such a good job. And Dak Prescott, he drops that right out of the helicopter. Quarterback, you really want to lay it out over that outside shoulder, and Wilson stacked him pretty good to allow him to do it.
Here's Elliott right side, lot of room. Zeke, touchdown.
We got Schultz who blocks down, and then Terrence Steele, he seals it. He's the reason that Zeke's able to get around. And so Steele, as we know, he's filling in for Lyle Collins. He had 14 starts last year. He's not about numbers, and I think there's not a lot of those guys, but I think Dak Prescott is one of them. But I think we also have to give credit to Jerry Jones and Will McClay.
Here's a pick. There's 6 for Anthony Brown. Pick 6. And you can pick on Trayvon Diggs on one side, but that guy on the other side has become a pretty darn good corner, too, in Anthony Brown, who's getting better and better each week.
and they can steer away from Trayvon Diggs. The other guy better be good, and he's good. Look how excited Dak Prescott is.
That gets them going.
The bootleg. And this first down play goes across the body and is caught on the deflection by Schultz. Dalton Schultz got it off the rebound from Wilson. And the Cowboys have picked up 2 first downs in 2 plays. This goes for 18.
And it really was lucky. Patriots were well prepared. They know how aggressive the Cowboys are going to be on first down play action stuff. But receivers, the quarterback, the line, I mean, it goes on and on.
2nd and 8 out of the empty. That on the run completes it. Cooper able to spin out of a tackle.
They had a team now, right, that could just wear you down up front.
Here's Dak's pass, complete. Schultz is down to the 1.
It's actually look off left, come back and fire, and it's a perfect throw to keep him from taking a big shot with a back shoulder. See the eyes coming in, but that's a good throw on a back shoulder to protect him from the inside defender.
6 plays, they've covered 74 yards, and they're just a yard away. They brought in an extra tight end in Sprinkle, an extra lineman in McGovern. Everybody in the building thinks it goes to Elliott. It doesn't. Over the top they go, and it is caught for the touchdown by Jarwin. Blake Jarwin with the touchdown for the Cowboys.
And gets people open. Hightower a little fooled, and the ball just gets over his hands. That was a little close there.
20. One pump fake, and now the throw. Caught! What a catch and a hit. But he holds on. Noah Brown.
He's really come on. I mean, I'm impressed with his improvement.
2nd and 17. Cowboys get the strip sack. And the recovery out to the 49. That's Golston with the recovery. And Gregory was the one who knocked it out.
Well, the right tackle, 72. just gets
call that a pancake.
Going right by, oh, that one looked like her. Gregory with a great move inside and out, and Mac Jones doesn't feel him coming. Another huge play by
Jake Bailey with the first punt of the game for either side, and is blocked. Is blocked, and the Cowboys have it at the 17-yard line. And that's Luke Gifford with the football.
Well, I think the best special teams in the NFL are the New England Patriots. But right here, they don't show it. On your left side, untouched, and wow, what a play. Some big-time reversal plays here.
The Cowboys have a great special teams coach of their own in John Fossil, and I'm sure they saw something on tape when...
This one's going to come right out to the bottom of your screen.
3rd and 7. Over the top, it's caught. It's Wilson down to the 1. Arizona's undefeated. They put up a lot of points in the first half. 23 at Cleveland today.
Big one here. Go up, throw quickly out.
3rd and 2, and they're able to swarm in, and it's Gregory for the second time.
And wow, you saw him earlier come from the quarterback's right side, this time from his left, and watch the power to get under the pads and take on Wynn. And just, oh, it's perfect hand placement, and throws Wynn right in to the lap of Mac Jones. And guys, right? He's like, listen, we got to protect the ball, otherwise we can't play it. But he's worked hard on it. He said he's earned the right.
3rd and 1 is Bolden. Bolden's tripped up in the backfield right after the exchange. Hurst comes up to make the play and a loss of 1.
I love 27 right here. He's got to get inside to create this play, and he times it perfectly. And that's throwing your body around, but understanding the concepts, because that's risky, right? Because you got to keep your gap, but it's not. You know, as this game gets going, because now they get a little beat on you. You know, here, you know, I wouldn't pressure here.
4 rushers. Again, it's Elliott. Nice move. Cowboys now 2nd and 7. All kinds of time. Now rolling, finding, getting the first down to Lamb. That's actually Noah Brown down at the 47. Cooper and Lamb have not, between the two of them, no catches since the first quarter. Bootleg. Cowboys again with another big first down play, and it's Schultz this time.
I get to use the record-breaking number.
And then show you the graphic as they go with the pass to Lamb and the touchdown.
Outstanding throw by Dak Prescott. An awesome route by CeeDee Lamb. And look at those legends, Jim. That has played for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Wow, what a great drive by the Dallas Cowboys. And there's toe touch right at the end. Yes.
Was walking to the locker room. His gait looked pretty normal. Here's 2nd and 11. Unloading and finding. In the secondary was Lamb, left alone.
4-man rush, and the amount of time that you have in this pocket, someone with the talent of CeeDee Lamb is going to get open. Dak
Stevenson on this series at running back. Take it to him in the line, and here comes the corner blitz.
Well, you see, you were dead right. You have a corner blitz. It's safety playing a corner position there.
Former Patriot James Devlin, by the way, completed that Boston Marathon Monday as Elliott has a wide open gap. He needed that move out to the 49.
It looked like Elliott just ran a marathon on that. I mean, wow, what a start to the drive. See right here, he pauses and he goes, which way? Boom. And he gets 92.
Yeah.
For the Patriots to get sucked inside, and Godshaw, you can't fall for that.
Down near the 10-yard line. Definitely influenced that one. Well said, Tony. 2nd and 10. Has to make a stand. 2nd and 15. Quick throw, and it's intercepted. He's got another one, and he's got a field ahead of him. Diggs is going to take it to the end zone. Unbelievable.
Just when you think things are going your way, New England's going to stop and do something right. The fumble in week 1. The end of the game against Tampa, the tip ball, missed field goal. They do it right. The breaks are going your way. And then Diggs.
He picks off his old Alabama teammate.
And uses the instincts, the hand-eye coordination.
And run into the end zone like the man he studied on film, who was his role model to play the position. He told us last night, Deion Sanders.
And he looks
4 for a first. Pass. What a catch by Wilson. Cowboys remain alive.
Oh, and they're calling him in because his body leverage goes down. What a catch. What a throw by Dak. And now, though, the clock is running, so they've had a ton of success with 4 guys on one side. Run them all across the field. Someone gets open.
Prescott in the middle, and it's pulled down. They're in field goal range with Lamb. They should take a timeout here.
Should take a timeout, yeah.
Now to tie the game. Kick by Zerline. Will it hook? It's good.
That's it. So nice. You're right.
Throws it down the field. It's caught at the 10, and this game is over. The Cowboys win it. CeeDee Lamb.
The play on the timeout. This was it, Jim. You asked me what the play was.
35 yards to win it, 35-29. The Cowboys have won their 5th in a row.
And what a job. Dak Prescott played almost a perfect game in a lot of ways. Mac Jones with a mistake or two brought him back, but this game was an unbelievable game to call, to watch if you're a fan of football. And this was the play. Right here, remember? Here he goes. When we said earlier they were going to come out, have everyone block and throw it down the field across, they would have just won the game 5 plays ago if they'd have done it then. But that's the same exact play when they called the timeout, and it was still there.
Of course, Mills, the defender, was someone they're very familiar with. Saw him twice a year in Philadelphia, and they...
Under 2 minutes to go in the quarter. To the outside, pass is right there. Lamb has been his man. 3rd and 5, and that pass is incomplete. Was he? No, it wasn't handled long enough. Jerry was giving a thumbs up to a Dalton trade. I think he was just looking at the monitor and saying something to somebody else. 2nd and 8. You can read it 15 different ways. Wide open, making the grab there is Amari Cooper, and he has a first down in Minnesota territory.
It's going to be great.
And that's part of the reason Jalen Smith is no longer a Cowboy. Empty backfield here. Little shoulder shake, and the pass is caught here by Madison, their number 2 running back. And speaking of Parsons on cue, he has 3rd and 8. Fired over the middle. Caught on the run by Cedric Wilson. And Wilson inside the 10, all the way to the end zone. Cedric Wilson. We talked about the fact that Cooper Rush knows him as well as anybody because they have played so much on the scout team in practice.
They're just going to try and do a typical cover 2 defense. The safeties split, and then it's supposed to be Mackenzie Alexander running down the field with that middle read seam throw, and it just broke wide open. The 2 safeties were extremely wide, so it had to be Alexander who was in charge of following him down the field. But boy, what a wake up for Cooper.
That's 3 receivers to the left side. Cousins under pressure, and down he goes. They finally get to him. Randy Gregory with his 5th sack of the season at a most opportune time. Receivers this time to the left side. Wilson is looking to throw. Keeps his eyes downfield. Throws, caught. Hits Lamb all the way to the 23-yard line. So it took forever for the play to develop, but Lamb kept going downfield, cuts to the outside, and Wilson finds him.
Lamb,
at 35.
Excuse me, Al. Lamb just stuck with this thing. He went to the ground almost, was waving his hand down the field saying, I got him. But there aren't many guys that can make a throw like that, especially as a wide receiver on the run. He saw him, picked him up, and just drilled it.
A fine question.
Thank you very much. I'm a journalist.
A trained journalist, in a matter of speaking. 2-yard loss there to end the quarter. Ham makes the catch. Parsons makes the tackle. Rush steps up in the pocket, fires, caught at midfield. Lamb to the 46. Keep an eye, 23 has been the big guy tonight. Woods, the ex-Cowboy, with a pick and a forced fumble. They stack a couple of receivers to the left side. Rush comes this way with a throw, and Cooper juggles, and he's going to make the catch at the 40-yard line. Out of Barnum and Bailey. Over Breland, and then Smith was there. Magical, magical.
Unbelievable. Off of Breland's chest as well. That was as good as Biotich's play earlier. Right there, Breland kind of pops it up in the air, and the Cowboys are off.
33-yard gain to the 42-yard line. Rush has thrown for 283 yards tonight. Closing in on 300. Cooper to the 25. Let's try to get it out on 3rd and 16 before the snap a flag. All right, so it's the right call. It's 3rd down and 11 at the 20-yard line. Now you're looking at a 38-yard field goal if they don't pick up a yard on this play. Over the middle. Elliott is going to take it for a first down and goal to the 4-yard line. And Dallas with their 2 timeouts, and they're going to call one, we assume, right here, and they do.
Had to split the 2 defenders, bounces off 1 tackler. This is a pure field goal. If they make that tackle, do not, and whatever you want to say about Ezekiel Elliott not having such a great year last year, game on the line, what a play by him. Because you certainly want to hold them to a field goal.
Absolutely. The score with the extra point, you're down by 4. Field goal won't do you any good. 1st and goal. To the end zone, and it is held touchdown. Cooper. Amari Cooper over Cameron Dantzler. 75 yards in 8 plays to take the lead.
Yeah, Mom and Dad, go ahead and celebrate. Cameron Dantzler, you knew eventually it was coming to him, and Amari Cooper, hamstring, whatever that machine was, working on him on the sideline. He comes up with the play of the night. He started this drive with that incredible juggling sort of catch. We got Cooper to Cooper here for the go-ahead score.
What did I say in the car on the way over?
You did. You said it would happen. Oh, my goodness. I mean, you just have to admire Cooper Rush. Coming in here, he hasn't played forever. Mom and Dad have been coming to games. He's been sitting on the bench. He never gets in year after year after year. And here he is on the game go-ahead drive. And
Cousins trying to get him set. 4th down. Final play of the game, barring a defensive foul. And that will do it. Randy Gregory put the pressure on. Go figure. And for those of you so inclined, you know how the line moved in this game from the middle of the week until tonight. Crazy.
That's a moment for a dad. That for a wife, for a mom, for all of them.
Won the toss. They've elected to defer. Cowboys will receive, and here we go. Week 9, the NFL on Fox, where Pollard's going to take it out from his own end zone. Up to the 20. Pollard still going. Up across the 35 and a spin. Pollard to midfield. What a return to energize this crowd and a start for Dallas. In good field position at their 39. Bridgewater in the shotgun to throw it. Pressure coming. He's in trouble. Down he goes. Carlos Watkins got home for the sack. His first of the year.
I mean, I know it's a cliche term in the NFL, a coverage sack, but this is a coverage sack. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. They're just going to keep working. You see Watkins working over the center. Teddy's got to get that ball out, right? He went through 1 read, 2 reads, 3 reads. That ball's got to come out. Can't take that sack.
Melvin Gordon in the backfield for Denver, coming off a 2-touchdown game last week. Gordon will get it. Pressure in the backfield. He is swarmed and is going to lose a couple yards. 4-man rush. Prescott, pressure comes, stays on his feet, has a completion. It's Cooper into Denver territory. Still going, makes a move, and he's out inside the 30 as the Coop chants rain down here in Arlington.
Kind of comes out funny. Nonetheless, 2 huge stops.
Bridgewater, Gregory flying at him, gets rid of it underneath. Okwuegbunam makes the catch, but he gets buried right away by Lewis. Blitz is coming. Bridgewater in trouble, and he's dropped. Micah Parsons came through. Bridgewater pressured, rolling, he's in trouble, and he's just going to go down. Sacked, and that will do it for the end of this first set. Bridgewater, pressure, dropped! Parsons came flying through. He's got 2.5 sacks in this game.
Micah Parsons, we've talked about him a lot. Watch this pick stunt inside, and look what it does. Melvin Gordon's trying to come up and stop him, but the pressure they put on the center, Cushenberry and Gordon, they've got to pass that game off. Really well designed. His versatility, KB, we've talked about it a few times.
3rd and 15. Prescott firing over the middle. It is caught by Wilson.
Whether you have the players and the secondary and the coaches to build the scheme as a
secondary, and they've done a nice job. 2nd and 6. Prescott dumps it underneath. Pollard absorbs a hit, still on his feet, makes a move inside the 30, inside the 20. Pollard all the way down near the 5, and finally something positive for this Dallas offense.
Caden Stearns. We saw him. He almost had his second pick a couple plays ago. He made the big pick on the last possession. Kind of came up and just threw a shoulder at him, and Pollard was able to slip by and take it down to the 5.
Just over 4 minutes to play. Prescott lofting for the corner. And it's caught for the touchdown by Turner. The Turner getting his first catches of the year today, his first touchdown there since 2019 with Seattle.
Yeah, they just dropped him in coverage. You're going to see him. He's just going to run a corner out. You see him as the widest receiver. Dalton Schultz just pivots up, kind of sucks up the coverage, and Turner slides in behind him. Of course, they're going to go for 2 here. Doesn't look like Denver might have to take a timeout. It looks like they're getting guys on the field here late. Oh, they're going to hold the snap. Okay.
Yeah, they were allowed to sub after Dallas did. So they will go for 2. It's going to hand it to Elliott, who's in. Now that we have 17 games. Here's Prescott. That was incomplete, by the way, as we went to the game break. That play to Turner, so now we'll try it again. Schultz gets decked. That time he held on to it, and that is good for a first down with 1:11 to go.
Yeah, Dak tried to throw him that ball earlier, but he actually fell down. And Dak had time to kind of wait for him to get back up and find some space. Nice catch there, knowing he's going to take a big hit on the sideline. It's kind of the life of a tight end, unfortunately.
Oh, here we go.
It's true.
Should I play the violin or?
Oh, don't feel sorry for me, but that's just the way it goes.
1:11 to go. Here is Prescott. Pressure coming. Gets rid of it and complete to Turner. Inside the 5. It'll be a first and goal for
consistently all day.
Second and goal. Pressure again. Gets rid of it and is caught for the touchdown. And so Turner has it for the score. He's got 2 in the game. He's going to throw it out to Lamb. Get some blocking. A lot of blocking. First down and more into Falcons territory. And a big play to Lamb. They split Connor McGovern out as an extra lineman. He was there to make a wall. And Lamb with a huge pickup of 37. Blitz coming. Picked up. Prescott unloading. End zone. Caught by Lamb. Touchdown.
CD Lamb here. He's going to release. He's going to get Fabian Moreau. Once he gets that leverage, KB, where the defender's inside and he knows he's going to run away to the pylon.
Prescott has time. Fires. Caught. Lamb breaks the tackle. First down and obviously more. Down near the 11. And goal here. Oh, yeah. Look at McGovern. He lined up as a tailback. Now he's out wide. And they're just going to give it up the middle for the touchdown. Elliott for Dallas. Prescott all day. He can run it if he wants. He's going to throw it. It is caught. Inbounds. Michael Gallup. First and goal.
Michael Gallup has made his presence felt. This is not his route. He's going to run a double post, him and CeeDee Lamb. He sees Dak scramble, and he's just going to play to the boundary and be friendly with his quarterback. It's a guy who has a great feel, gets both feet in. Dallas is in a little hurry up here, but his feet were clearly in.
That's no doubt a catch. Elliott is a single back. Give it to him, and he's in. Touchdown, Dallas. 3rd and 9 for the Falcons. 4-man rush, pressure right up the middle, and Matt Ryan is dropped. Dorrance Armstrong, his first of the year.
Dorrance Armstrong was one of the guys that Dan Quinn said he needed to step up, right? Fill in for Randy Gregory. You're going to see him here lined up against Jalen Mayfield, the rookie. He's just going to swim inside. Mayfield didn't have much of a chance there.
2nd and 1 on the fake. Prescott over the middle. Cooper's got it. First down inside the 12.
Try to make this thing at least a ball game.
3rd and 7. Blitz coming. Prescott in trouble. Lofting it to the corner. Lamb gets there. Touchdown. Oh, was that beautiful.
Dean Pease dials up 0 coverage across the board. It's man across. Everybody else is going to pressure. They got a free hitter off the left side. But watch Dak. He's going to just retreat, and he's going to just throw it to a spot, put air under it. He knows exactly where CeeDee Lamb's coming out. That's just high-level passing. Look at it's man, right across the board. We're going to have a free hitter, but watch what Dak does. He's going to retreat, and then at the last second, he's going to just throw to his spot. CeeDee Lamb's not even out of his break yet, but he knows where he's going to go again. Don't do anything. Dean Pease, you tip your cap and you say you beat me.
Well, 2 timeouts left. Minute 10 in the first half. See if the Falcons can get something going here. And not there. Has dropped his Ryan. He fumbled, but it's picked up as Micah Parsons came through. 2.5 sacks last week, make it 6 on the year.
I mean, they're going to send everyone away. Look at Parsons. He's going to do an up and under, a little jab. Mike Davis is doing a token fake away from him. Not exactly sure why with a minute to go and a 2-minute. You might want to send your back to help the best pass rusher on the team. You would think you have to run, make Dallas use one of their last 2 remaining timeouts.
They do run. Davis. Parsons is right on him, and he is, forget it, buried. This is an onslaught by Dallas.
It's spiraling right now. They need a huge punt here, and they need to get a stop if they give up points here before the half.
And they take their second time out. As we remind you to start Saturday strong. Big noon kickoff pregame live from Norman, Oklahoma. There's CeeDee Lamb back to return. Why not?
And there's kind of a dual philosophy as far as putting one of your premier players back at punt returner. A lot of people, and obviously Dallas feels this way, you're getting one of your best, most dynamic playmakers with the ball against what's typically tight ends, backup linebackers, and getting him the ball in space.
It's loose, and the Cowboys are going to get this one maybe in the end zone. They got it. Still no signal for a touchdown, but it's got to be.
And this place is losing its mind.
Dorrance Armstrong.
Wow.
Past the line of scrimmage, and Denver recovered.
Sometimes you just have those days. That was them last week, and now on the complete opposite side, they are having themselves a day. Look at that big right arm on the block point. Does a nice job avoiding by Dorrance Armstrong.
Yeah,
then it just becomes a wrestling match in the end zone for the ball.
Conversion.
Dallas smells blood in the water right now, Kevin. You see Armstrong block the punt again. They are not taking their foot off the gas. They could easily just kick a field goal and go up 35-3. But nope. They're going to elect to take the penalty here, elect to go for 2, and just try to make a knockout shot if they haven't already. Wow.
Oh, I think the uppercut's been landing.
Remember, they've landed a few.
Remember Pam Oliver started the broadcast saying how Dak Prescott said, you know, off that 6-game win streak, felt like maybe we needed enough a punch to the face. Well, they've delivered the punch to the face the other way. They're going to go for 2 with Elliott. They're going to give it to him, and he's in for the 2-point conversion. They're up 33 points with 37 seconds to go in the half. Gallman, forget it. Falcons going backwards. Basham was there.
Davis is a good running back. He's going to get his opportunities here in the second half to show that he earned more play time.
3rd down. Ryan loads up, coming near side. It's intercepted. Anthony Brown. What a play. Dan Quinn's Dallas defense against his former team is lighting it up. The pick by Brown. Cowboys football. That big hole. inside the 35 for Pollard. Pretty impressive on its own right for 9 yards in the first down. Here's Ryan, pressure in his face, throws, intercepted, it's Diggs. He's got another. The league leader, make it
8. Defensive player, you're going to see him here. Matt Ryan has kind of some action in his face. Pitts is open. The pressure kind of forces the ball to sail. He's got wide receiver type ball skills. Lost the game, so somehow Carolina still traded for me after that poor performance, but I got peanut punched by Chris Harris.
And Pollard sprinting free on the right side.
In the midst of the team struggling.
First time he caught a ball since 2019. Prescott over the middle, caught by Cooper. Absorbs a hit from Luka. Stiff arm. Cooper inside the 15. And the coup chance rained down here in Arlington.
It's just traditional cover 2. You're going to see 2 high safeties and a run through Mike, and he's just going to run a big dig, a big square in. This linebacker zucks up on the underneath guy. On time and in rhythm. That's where you want to throw. See, Deion Jones kind of stays tight on Dalton Schultz.
Lined up at fullback. Tight end. Prescott rolling, going the other way. Looking, going to run it in. He's in. Touchdown, Dallas.
Down. Nope. You see here, they go hard play action to the right. He might have had a shot there at Amari Cooper coming across, but he just lowers his shoulder. Takes on Michael Walker, the line.
That holds. New Orleans would be in first. Here's Rosen. Has some time. Throws. And that's intercepted by the other quarterback, Lewis. The 3 starting quarterbacks for Dallas each have an interception. Diggs, Brown, and now the nickelback Lewis. Dallas Cowboys today. One-on-one look. Interesting formation here as Pollard fakes the toss and will head to the sideline and give a big play to the Cowboys. A direct snap to Tony Pollard. He faked the toss to Prescott coming around and carried it for 31. And this lead block by Ezekiel Elliott on Snead, look at that. I mean, he just completely pounds him. Hats off to them. Mahomes under pressure. Parsons knocked it out. And the Cowboys have it. How about the rookie Micah Parsons? What a play as Basham comes away with the ball. This kid is spectacular. Why Dan Quinn wanted him coming off the edge so he can make these kinds of plays when Mahomes try to escape the pocket. Number 11, the first-round pick from Penn State, makes a play the Cowboys desperately needed. Mahomes fires, passes, picked, intercepted. Jaron Kearse down to the 36. And now 2 takeaways by each team after a 34-yard return. The Cowboys are in business. How about that? Travis Kelce came into this game leading the team in drops. He had 6 coming in. Dallas defense, it's what they needed to have. You're going to see him on the slant route. He wins inside, and the ball is just on the back shoulder, but Kelce makes that play all day long. It was a big play offense that's not there. There's Parsons. He's got his second. He leads all rookies in the sack department, and he is just a handful. He is. This time Orlando Brown gets assigned the responsibility of trying to slow him down. You see that speed. 3rd down and 7. And that spot, no more. Dorrance Armstrong. A sack last week, and he's got a big one here, and a loss of 6 by the time it ended. Mahomes is spinning around, and that's a big play as Parsons gets another. Prescott is in trouble and finds Elliott. And Ezekiel able to tiptoe down the sidelines. They're going to
play action and rolling out with it. He's got his man. It is Cedric Wilson.
This time of year, Howard might get a few more touches today.
2nd and 5. Lofton the ball. And into the end zone is McKeon for a Cowboy touchdown.
Use their leverage against them. So you see everyone go this way, quarterback bootlegs back the other way.
Raiders, the road team leading 17-6, starting the drive from the 49, and Carr got hit. Has ruled a fumble on the field and recovered by Las Vegas. Clinton had 13 back in 1980, and Everson Walls with Dallas had 11 in 81, 40 years ago. Up ahead, Wilson shakes off the tackle. Abram rides him down, twists him down, but a big play for Dallas, and they needed one here before the half.
Yeah, and I think the Raiders needed Diggs on that defensive play, but we talked about the coverages and everything. Watch the wheel route come flying in. You're going to see the motion. He's going to go up the sideline. And you see Wilson right there keeping his toes in.
This is 51 yards.
Perfectly thrown ball by Dak Prescott right there. Back shoulder on Wilson. You got a lot of space at the bottom.
It's back to Pollard. Pollard trying to get the edge. Dives ahead, and touchdown is the call.
Further review.
Knee is going to be about right there.
Yeah, that was short.
He kept it at 43, and maybe with 3 timeouts he could have done something. Here's the handoff, and it's an easy one for Elliott, and a touchdown.
Wide open gap over here. You could hand it off, right? They kind of know that, though, on the defense.
They're going that way. They're going that way, Tony. He has to break it outside, and that's not going to happen. They close that gap in a hurry. Makes perfect sense. With that old thing. Here's Pollard. Oh, look at Pollard. Put it on. Carlson. He gets past him. Look at Pollard taking it for the touchdown.
Oh, my goodness. We talked earlier coming out of halftime. There's one guy, right, who looked like he had juice today that's been, like, showing off a little bit. How do you get him the ball? Well, let him just get a kickoff and go 1,000,000 yards and score.
It looked like there were a couple of Raiders that had the angle on him. He came into the game #1 in the NFL in kickoff return average, and that average just got spiked.
And you see, I mean, the speed for running back, it's hard, right, for guys to have top-end speed. But he does. He outraces everyone, but he has vision, and he's showing off today a little bit.
This is what he did with regularity in college at Memphis. His sophomore year.
Which I like. Get up. You know it's going to be tight, man, and you got to let it go.
Letting it go to Gallup. Catches it over the shoulder, and the Cowboys are in business.
You do it. And who's the guy we said? No hands on. That's a poor job by 29.
Last time the Cowboys came back from double-digit deficit on Thanksgiving, Tony engineered that comeback from 14 down in 2013 against the Raiders. Here's Prescott's pass again, just like what we saw earlier in this half. Gallup over the shoulder with Hayward, the defender, and this one is another huge gain for the Cowboys, 32 yards.
Unbelievable throw by Dak Prescott. Great catch by Gallup. Keeping his toes in for sure. Yep. Take what they give you, but be aggressive.
From the 32, 2nd and 9. Down the field they go, and it is a touchdown to Dalton Schultz.
Aggressive they were. Split safety means the safeties are wide, and Dalton Schultz is one-on-one right down the middle on Perryman. See the Jones family looked bleak a little bit ago, didn't it? That 3rd down, Vegas had the ball. One-on-one right down the middle, Dalton Schultz.
Very underrated tight end.
Dak says thank you. And right now, 2-point conversion, Jim. The Cowboys in the season are 3 for 7. When running it, Jim, they score all the time. When they pass it, no. So you should run it.
Going for the tie.
But they're not going.
Fakes, throws. It's Schultz again, and this game is tied at 30.
watch out here. This is a pick. He's going to go up here, but you can't really hit him too much. Boom! Right out into the flat. Dalton Schultz, watch this. It's simply make 24 run right through him. And if you're on the side of the Raiders, be aggressive. Now you can try and make this into a one-play game.
Oh, and some pass. Raiders went for the interception, and it's caught instead by Gallup.
You're going to see right up there.
Timeout called by Dallas.
Oh,
wow.
I think Gallup was even surprised. It got right past the hand.
Yep. Or do you save it if he makes it and try to do something after the kickoff?
Good idea.
Here's the kick from 45 for the tie. Zerline delivers.
All right, right, look at the Cowboys. They're going to get up on these guys. All this stuff right in here. You can't give them any room.
Run it again. That time they had the answer with Micah Parsons making the quick tackle and a loss of 1 on Jacobs.
Watch Parsons. Watch this, okay? I'm going to have you pause this, you guys, right here. Hit play, and then pause it in 3, 2, 1. He has this gap, and he goes that way. Jim, that's insane. He goes from the inside back. He runs 3 different gaps over and over again. This guy is a stud, and they need him to have a big play right here.
2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 from the 50. Carr in trouble, and the Cowboys get to him. It's once again Parsons. Just set the Cowboy rookie record for sacks.
Taysom Hill gets away with it. It's a nice play.
He flips it to Ingram, who is going to be smoked. Drilled by Odighizuwa, the rookie from UCLA. 3rd down and 10. Pass is short, caught, and play made. Lawrence was out there with Jaron Kearse and a loss of 6. 56-yard try coming up by Maher, former Cowboys kicker. Within his range, to be sure. 3rd kicker of the year for the Saints. His 3rd game with New Orleans, and he's wide right. Third down and 7. Passes to Cooper, and Amari Cooper with a catch, and down near the 36 of New Orleans. 41 yards, and welcome back to number 19.
Well, really nice route. And they kind of catch the Saints, who are trying to disguise coverage, and they're rotating to a single high look. And they're able to get, he's going to see the drop down here, and then here comes Cooper right through the middle. And Dak Prescott reads that beautifully, and a good injured their fingers. He's got it wrapped up. Going to try to go.
Here's Lamb with a catch. Great moves. CeeDee Lamb is still rumbling down to the 1. Boy, that was pretty to watch. His 88 went for 32 and went right around Malcolm Jenkins.
Well, Malcolm Jenkins, I mean, this is stone cold right there by CeeDee Lamb. Jenkins, who's been in this league a long time, and he's a good player. I mean, he just buckles. He couldn't even come out of his stance. It's one-on-one with CeeDee Lamb after he gets the ball. Nice block on the outside. One-on-one right here. And it was off to the races.
I'll tell you who else came out of his stance. Mike McCarthy watching in a hotel room back in Dallas. Here's one of the end zone. Gallup twisting and a touchdown. What a grab by Michael Gallup, and we'll make sure both feet got down. What a catch if it stands.
Well, you see the rubber come up. I mean, as soon as he caught it, you saw that live. The rubber from that field turf comes up, and it's a good opportunity for these officials. Pretty clean right there. What a job by Michael Gallup, going up and making the play, knowing where he is in the end zone, and then getting his feet in on the ball. And I think if that would have been just a little bit higher, he has another interception.
Second down and 10. Hill. Pass is broken up. And that's Parsons back there in coverage. And they're going to say this is a pick. intercepted by Curse.
By the defense. First down, Dallas.
And let's make sure both feet are in. Parsons was in coverage on Stills. The catch. And he drags the feet for the pick.
That's the toe drag swag. We'll be seeing it on Good Morning Football. It's a great play.
Wow.
Yeah, really good. In real time, well, now did he secure the catch? And I think, the feet are in. But from that angle, it becomes a little different story, potentially. As he's going to the ground here, the left hand comes off. What a race that is in the division.
Prescott throws, and it is caught on the sideline, and the catch is good by Gallup. Well, we have seen some sideline work really by both teams. What a catch this is.
Yeah, it is, and it was a pretty aggressive timeout by Sean Payton after that 3-down run or 3-yard run.
Prescott throws, and the pass caught. C.D. Lamb. What a throw. Absolutely perfect, and Lamb snatched it for 20 yards.
Bradley Roby was in coverage, and he was in a good position. I mean, just a perfectly thrown pass.
Toss to Pollard, and there he goes. Tony Pollard down the sideline. Jets are on. Touchdown, Dallas.
He sure showed Marcus Williams, but you got Carl Granderson who's going to get up the field. He's the only guy who's got a shot. And then after that, but Marcus Williams is playing center field, and he's slow playing it, thinking that he's got the angle, and he didn't want Pollard cutting back against him. He had 6 yards total. Watch Marcus Williams here at safety and how he plays this. Once Pollard gets up the field, and he's slow playing it, and he just doesn't want the cutback. And he underestimates just how fast Pollard is. He just keeps going. I mean, otherwise, you at least you take an angle that forces Pollard to come underneath. And I think he thought he could still get there and make a play before he got to the end zone, but he never did. They really do. They got Ty Montgomery in the backfield now.
He keeps, and down he goes. Micah Parsons got another. Just an absolute star in this league, and a loss of 13 yards.
And you would typically say, hey, as the quarterback, you got to get this out. I don't think it's that simple with Micah Parsons. I mean, you got one chance to throw it there, and when he doesn't, Parsons just smothers him up. I mean, Parsons is not only fast for a linebacker, he's fast for anyone on the field. He's one of the fastest players on the field regardless of positions. And he just wants to help this team win, and they've got a lot of guys like that on this Cowboys team.
Here's one down the middle to Lamb, and a sliding catch by number 88. And a big play of 25 yards for Dallas.
By the man in coverage on him.
Hill, play action. That ball was tipped and now picked. Intercepted by KZ. Interception. Jordan Lewis got his hand up and bothered that throw. That fell well short, and the Cowboys take over leading by 10.
Yeah, Jordan Lewis, he gets in there and gets enough of the hand, and he's not able to get it where he wants to.
Kelvin Joseph, the rookie, takes over for Jordan Lewis. And Hill throws. He's picked. Another one for Diggs. Number 9.
I mean, it really is something to watch. He plays it perfectly. He knows, he understands. You can tell he's a really smart player because he understands the coverage, and he knows then where the weakness is.
Flag on the play. Another interception.
And this is Watkins to the end zone, but a flag is down. And it looks like it's going to stand. I mean, they've done some good stuff with the takeaways here in this second half, and they never get set over here. The Saints don't. But Watkins, boy, you can spend a career waiting for a play like that. Did he have a dance? I didn't see. Surely he worked something up.
To the turnover, a 3rd down and 10. Got to get to the 27. Blitz is coming. They see it. Knocked away. Oh, Gregory, what a play! He tipped it. He intercepted it.
A great play call. They're in 0. It's man, man, man. They're trying to cut Randy Gregory to get this ball into the perimeter. He's such a great athlete. Not only does he get his hands up to tip it, he comes down with the touchdown.
Movement, low snap, penalty flag. Prescott throws. It is caught in traffic by Gallup. Looked like Prescott had a free play. Gallup take that penalty, not the play, make it a 3rd and 5. Prescott has time over the middle, caught for the touchdown. Amari Cooper.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense number 98. The touchdown is good. The penalty will be enforced on the extra point.
Really nice play design by Kellen Moore. I think there was a little bit of a bust there in the secondary. You're going to see the roughing here. Yeah, it's just the little shove. I don't know. By the letter of law, I guess that's a penalty, but...
Well, what it does, Greg, is they have the option, remember, to take it and move it on the try after closer. So they've done that, and they're going to go for 2.
They might have to take a timeout. They don't have the right personnel on the field.
Washington was not ready for this. They rushed people out of the field, and they're going to try and sneak it in there. Second surge. No signal yet at all. I haven't seen a signal either way. There it is. He's in. 2-point conversion. Empty backfield. Pressure. Heineke is decked. Down he goes. The ball is loose. It's picked up by Dallas and Armstrong. He's got a convoy. He's going to walk in for the touchdown. Micah Parsons with the sack, forced to fumble, and Dorrance Armstrong. A defensive touchdown in back-to-back weeks for Dallas. Well, clearly a sack. Let's make sure this was a fumble.
Yeah, I think that ball's loose before Heineke hits the ground. Every game, the impact Micah Parsons can make. We throw the word special, unique, a lot of those words are thrown around. I'm not sure there's a guy in the league that really has an impact the way he can do in so many different ways. The guy
before he got down, and then Armstrong, right man, right place, ran it in from 37 yards out. He said, hey, DeMarcus, block him, but he didn't have to do anything. It was an easy one, and the first touchdown ever for Armstrong.
Get on the edge, then you see him here today. Beat Brendan Sheriff, the all-pro right guard, just gets on that edge, finishes it through the ball. And you see it on the ball as a rusher, there as an interior rusher, pass coverage, the playmaker balance with the let's make better decisions. There's nowhere to go early. Now he turns into the gunslinger kind of run around. Fine. But sometimes you got to know where the play ends, right? Know when to live to play another day. Either run it and get down or throw that ball into the bleachers. I know you find yourself down early. I know you're trying to make a play, but you're not going to be able to make up the entire deficit on one play.
It's been third and long all day. Parsons coming again, and he got him again! Micah Parsons is unblockable.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then Parson is the 6th. That forces the one-on-one matchup with Antonio Gibson. The 5 linemen have to block the 5 bigs, and that leaves a back and Micah Parsons. Dallas will take that matchup all day.
Really, with 2 timeouts, they've got plenty of time to do whatever they want. Prescott just dumps over to Cooper. In stride, inside the 20, down to the 10. Amari Cooper, a little pitch and catch.
Just finding open space. You're going to see they kind of clear Holcomb out. He gets a lot of depth playing soft. They allow Cooper to just run that slight little drag route. He finds that pocket underneath. This is a little bit more reminiscent of the Dallas offense we saw the first half this season. In
2nd and 12, 4-man rush. Here comes Gregory. Gets it off to Gibson, who's across the 25. Boy, honey, ball comes loose. Dallas says they have it. Jordan Lewis punched it free. And they do have it.
And just when they had something going, ball gets just punched out. Clearly out. He's got the most fumbles in the entire league as a running back for a young kid who's really starting to become the workhorse back here in Washington.
Pressure coming. Heineke dropped again. It's DeMarcus Lawrence. This defense has had themselves a day. So it's really anyone's game for the last 2 wildcard spots. Heineke in trouble and sacked again. Neville Gallimore, welcome back. His first game of the year, and he gets a sack, and Heineke is limping.
Gallimore, he's just going to go one-on-one with the center, Tyler Larson. These 5-man fronts we've touched on all day put such pressure on the offensive line because everyone's one-on-one. They were thrilled this week to get Gallimore back.
Holy cow. Extra point is blocked. Of course it is.
Watch Dalton Schultz. He's just going to run it naked. It's just a basic boot. They're going to. The problem with the extra point was it took them 15, 20 seconds to get the entire team on the field. Some of the defensive linemen who were their backups, the sudden touchdown by Washington, not everybody responded quickly. Their timing was rhythm. That to pick up this first.
Pressure. Allen in trouble. Throws it. That might be a fumble. It's loose. It's picked up by Dallas. Kearse has it.
So there's 2 things to look at. Were his knee down? Was his knee down? And was his hand coming forward? Or either one of those things happening, they could be bailed out. It's going to depend on what... His knees are not down, so this is going to be whether or not his hand was deemed to be going forward, resulting in an incomplete. I don't believe, KD, that his knees were down.
Dean ruling his fumble on the field. Think they stay with it?
I think they do, yeah. The 2 things, it was the knee, and the knees are up, so he's not down. Then it's the hand coming forward with control. Looks like that ball might be coming off the fingertips before the hand comes forward.
Review, the ruling on the field stands. First down.
Devontae Booker is into the backfield. Lennon. That ball was tipped into the air, and the ball-hawking Cowboys have another pick. This is Jordan Lewis. A career-high 3rd interception, and this is what Dallas's defense has done as well as any team in the league.
Well, it comes in from right here in the center. That's DeMarcus Lawrence inside. Nice little pass rush move. When you create pressure, what happens? Tips, overthrows, that's what happens. Hits the arm right here. Ball in the air, and that's using an outside pass rusher inside over a guard to get a favorable matchup. Dan Quinn, the deep.
Right up the gut for a touchdown. As they often do, the Cowboys take advantage of the takeaway and strike first.
And your best is Zach Martin. You're going to roll around here off this draw. You see him, bam, right there inside on Tay Crowder.
He's done that a bunch. He's there blocking for Tony Pollard, who slips tackles and has a first down in Giants territory.
Julian Love finally stops him after 17 yards.
I love it when they pull extra offensive linemen in there, right there. McGovern leading the way. I was hoping they'd call that the Husky formation, but they call it Thor or Hulk.
Yeah,
you know,
they're big on the Avengers. They're big on the Avengers.
Yeah, I love it when they bring the big guys in there, give them a little love, a little run.
A downhill blocking from McGovern. Prescott off the fake, climbing the pocket, delivering down the middle, and he's got it from Michael Gallup inside the Giants' 30-yard line. 8 of 9, won by Dallas. Excellent penetration up front by DeMarcus Lawrence again. As he knocks down Booker at the 38. He's living in the Giant
Well, I just
backfield.
want you to look at everybody across the board here, right? They've got everybody lined up. 5 guys across, matching that defensive line to the offensive line.
Back to the ground in Barkley. And that ball came out loose. And it belongs to Andrew Thomas. It looked like Carlos Watkins was battling for it as well. Watkins and Thomas both battled for it. That's a clear punch out by Lawrence.
Just a beautiful job of locating the ball as you're fighting on that line of scrimmage and just absolutely thunder punching that thing out of the grip of Saquon. Look at that perfect timing right there. Understanding exactly, having that body presence, that awareness to just just bam, slugging at that ball for DeMarcus Lawrence. That guy has made so many plays, and he's been moving around from outside to inside. Beautifully done.
This was a defensive front that was without Lawrence for most of the year after he was telling you to go for it on your own 29. Let's see if 6'7" Mike Glennon can surge ahead. And Dallas's front comes up with the stop on 4th and short. When you don't convert, if they convert it, we're not talking about it, but they went for it, and Mike Glennon got stood up.
Opportunity.
Prescott had to get rid of it quickly. He got it to CeeDee Lamb for a first down inside the 15-yard line. Big to Elliott. Back of the end zone. It is Schultz for the touchdown.
Just watch my man, number 4, Dak Prescott. So he's going to look to the right first. He wants to look over here. No, I don't like that. Let me come back out to the leak offensive lineman that's out in the flat. No, I don't like that. That was McGovern. Let me...
Off the play action. Glennon taking a deep shot. Sterling Shepard, off-target throw, picked off by Malik Hooker. First interception of the season for Hooker, and it's the second of the day for Dallas. Interception number 22 for Dan Quinn's defense. A lot of movement before the play. You saw Saquon Barkley, his frustration.
False start. Offense.
All kinds of pressure around Glennon. Escaping, underthrowing, and that's the wrong man to underthrow the ball to. Trayvon Diggs could not complete the process. It's going to be ruled incomplete.
Well, it comes down to pressure right here. You see number 11, that's Micah Parsons creating the pressure, the escape, and then this is, like you said, the one guy, great ball skills. And that's just Kenny Golladay playing defense right there.
Golladay for that. He knocked it away from Diggs. Otherwise, that's an interception and a touchback.
Yeah, Diggs running the route, and Kenny Golladay.
More than anything else, it's just a nice round number.
It's challenging the rule of the field of an incomplete pass.
15 years as an NFL head coach, second with the Cowboys, and trying to overturn this call, which was ruled incomplete, hoping it's a Diggs pick. Challenge from Mike McCarthy on what was ruled an incompletion on a Trayvon Diggs attempted interception. You have to treat Diggs as basically a receiver here, and Dean Blandino is going to explain it to us after the call.
After reviewing the play, it is a catch for the interception. The defender got the ball 2 feet down, and as he was rolling over, the opponent pulled the ball out.
Here.
Yeah, he's a receiver until he completes the catch. So what they ruled in replay is that he completed the catch. He was going to the ground. He maintained control when he hit the ground. And then as part of a second act, Galladay knocked it out. It was really close. Personally, I would not have changed that. To me, he's going to the ground. It comes out pretty quick.
That's what LA means.
Turn it into Micah Parsons, number 11, who's coming in on the rush. Fromm hit, bounced away, and it'll be a tackle for a loss. Play this Jake Fromm-led drive. Oh, Dallas bringing the house. Fromm got rid of it to Cooper, and it's incomplete. That looked like a full-on zero blitz from Dallas on 4th and 5. Randy Gregory with the early penetration, and Dallas takes over. They're going to win this game.